Good morning. The day has finally come when I'm going to be discussing with you about protein powders. So many of you have been asking me about protein powders and what's the best ones to pick and why. And so today I come to you with that information. So I'm really excited because I get to answer some of the questions that have been asked by many of you in different postings, and also it's a good addition to our smoothie post that we had last week. So once again, thank you so much for joining Kay's Tuesday Tips, and so let's get started. I have a lot of information, so we're gonna get right to it, okay? So when picking a protein powder, what is a protein powder? Let's start there. Basically what it is, or rather, I guess we should ask, what is the purpose of a protein powder? A lot of people use protein powder to give themselves an extra boost. A lot of other people use it as a meal replacement. And the reason why we use protein powders is because protein powder gives us readily available protein. There are two types of protein. There is non-essential and essential protein. So non-essential proteins are proteins that can be synthesized and created in the body. And essential proteins are the ones that we have to get from an outside source. So that's why we eat meat and we eat other things that allow us to be able to get the protein that our body does not make. And protein helps us lose fat or synthesize fat or burn fat. And protein helps us stay healthy, and it stimulates our metabolism and also preserve our lean muscle. And this is why protein is so important. So I have a few notes here for you so that I can share some of the things that I've learned. And I've picked up these things because I've been in the market for new protein because I like to use them as a post-workout, like a replenishment for my post-workout. And so these are the things that I've found and I wanted to share with you. Now, a lot of us know whey protein as the go-to protein. And the reason why is because it has been the most researched and it is the one that is the most readily available. When you take that protein into your body, the body is able to absorb the protein, the essential proteins that it needs, especially right after a workout. It's one of the best out there in the market as far as it being readily available. So if you get like a whey isolate, it's very good to help you get to where you need to be, and it's good to help replenish that protein that you need, and also boost your metabolism as well as stimulate fat loss and preserve your lean muscle. So there's some things that you want to look at whenever you're in the market for protein. You want to look at, number one, what is the purpose of your protein? So I already talked about that. Number two, you want to look at the nutritional facts and ingredient list. So the rule of thumb is if you can't pronounce it, maybe you shouldn't take it in your body, right? But what you want to do is read the label in the back, okay? So don't look at the pretty package. Don't look at the pretty words. Turn it around and look at the label. What does the label say? What you want to look at is you want to get a protein that has about 120 to 140 calories per scoop. Okay, so about 100 per serving, I should say. So a lot of proteins will say 2 scoops. So if it says 120 calories to 140 calories per serving, then you're in the money as far as calories intakes are concerned. You also want to look for protein powder that has low fat. So you want to look at something that's below 2 grams, or you want to do 2 grams or less, okay? Because you don't want to get fat from your protein. You can do that by doing your MCT oil or your avocado or your coconut oil. And then, this is the most important, you want something with low sugar. You're kind of defeating the purpose if you take a protein with a lot of sugar. Typically what I like is about 1 gram of sugar or less. Okay, and the most important, of course, is the protein. That's where we're getting protein powder. So you want to get something that has between 20 to 25 grams of protein per scoop. Okay. Hello, Nini. Thank you for joining. Now, once again, read the product, the nutritional label, in the bag. You want to choose protein with 10 to 12 ingredients. So if it has more than that, then it might not be a very good protein for you. Also, you want to go ahead and count the protein. There's some proteins that are like a pea protein, soy protein, you know, they have all these different proteins inside. You want to have the protein inside, and so what you want to do is count each protein together as one. Okay, and so I got a question. It says, what about fat? You want to go ahead and find a protein that has less fat. So you want to find one that has 2 grams or less of fat in your protein. Okay, because you can put fat in your smoothie using other things such as avocado or MCT oil or coconut oil. Okay, so you want to go ahead and avoid fat from your protein or your protein supplement as much as possible. Okay, because what you want is protein only in your protein powder, right? You want to have as much protein in your protein powder as possible. Okay, so let's get to the point about the point of getting a protein is to get the amino acids, okay? The essential acids that we cannot create ourselves in the body. So amino acids are the building blocks of protein. There are 20 amino acids found within protein, and so as I mentioned, they're essential and non-essential. Non-essential are already created in the body, so we're not even going to talk about that today. We're going to talk about the essential proteins that are not created and the ones that you're actually buying the protein powder for. So you want to look for things that have branch chain amino acids, also called BCAAs, okay? And there are 3 essential amino acids called, forgive me if I mispronounce these words, so it's leucine, isoleucine, and valine. Okay, these are the 3 chain amino acids that you want to look for. You can actually buy BCAAs by themselves, which is also a kind of nifty thing where you don't have to actually go buy a protein powder. You can just buy the BCAAs, which are readily available. The body just loves these. They're great as a post-workout. So when you go to GNC or Vitamin Shop, or when you go to online to shop for your protein, you can actually just buy that one and you'll be fine. Okay, but that's basically what you're looking for in your protein. You want one that has BCAAs, okay? Branch chain amino acids, because these are the essential acids that we don't create or produce in the body ourselves, and we actually have to go ahead and get them from an outside source. Okay, number 4. Sugar and sweetened content. What we want to do is, as I mentioned, is try to find a protein powder that doesn't have a lot of sweetening. But I will say that we want it to taste good. So what I will say is you want to look for protein that does not have high fructose corn syrup. As long as it doesn't have that, you're all set, okay? So I'm not going to spend a lot of time with that, because if it doesn't taste good, 9 times out of 10, you probably won't drink it or take it. So we want to encourage that. So if you want to find something that definitely has not too much sugar, but definitely no high fructose corn syrup, okay? And so the last thing is taste and mixability, right? I love whey protein because it mixes so well with everything. I can put water in it and drink it, and I can put it in a smoothie. It is the easiest thing, and it tastes great. My favorite flavor is vanilla. Yes, I know, it's very boring, but vanilla tastes good with everything. It tastes good in my green smoothie. It tastes good with everything. So that's why I like vanilla. But you can pick any: strawberry, mixed berry, mango, pineapple, coconut, banana, chocolate, any that suits your taste buds. Hi Eva, thank you for joining. But the point is, you want something that will taste good, okay? One of the things that I find, you can find them in the Vitamin Shop, GNC, and also online, okay? And I'm going to go into that in just a moment. As I mentioned, I do have a lot, so I'm just going to kind of go through it. And if you have any questions, definitely leave them in the comments below, and I'll try to answer all of them in the next few videos that come up, okay? So mixability is what you want. Definitely, those little bottles that have the little metal springy thing inside that allows you to mix your protein. That's why I really like whey protein, because when I put it in that shaker, it mixes in just a few minutes. All I have to do is shake, put a little ice, and drink it, and I'm good. Or I can throw my whey protein in a smoothie, as I mentioned earlier, and it also tastes really good. Okay, so really, the reason why most of you have joined this video is to find out which protein powder you should buy. So I'm not going to keep you on the edge of your seats any longer. I'm just going to share with you some of the things that I found. So you can always go to GNC or Vitamin Shop if you're here in the States. I don't know if you're not in the States. I don't know where to go. I mean, I guess you could just go online. But here in the States, you can definitely go to Vitamin Shop or GNC, and the people there are very eager to share information with you about all the beautiful protein powders that they have and why they're awesome and all these different things. But I found a few that I thought were really good, and I asked a few different people that I work with to help me narrow down some of the best ones, right? That you can buy not just in Vitamin Shop or GNC or Walmart or Kroger or Publix or whatever, but also online. And so, kanini, you keep asking which one, so here we go. Some of the ones that I found were Planet Fusion is one of the best ones as far as veggie and vegetarian protein powder. Okay. And this is why. They have pea, artichoke, organic sprout amaranth, and quinoa. Completely vegan, completely vegetarian, okay? You can buy this online on planetfusion.net. And the reason why this is good, it has 21 grams of protein. It is about 120 calories, but it does have 4 grams of sugar. So if you're not feeling like getting that much sugar, then maybe this is not a good choice for you. But definitely it only has fructose and stevia, so those are the sweeteners that they have. I will say that with this one, definitely would be nice if you just throw it in a blender and blend it with your smoothie. Okay, it's also great for a post-workout. It has branch BCAAs, about 4,500 milligrams of that, and L-glutamine, which is about 3,350 milligrams, which is great. Okay, so if you're needing to heal your gut, this might be a good protein for you, Kanini. I hope that answers your question. The next one is True Nation. True Nation is awesome, and the reason why is because you can go and actually custom blend or custom make your protein, and you can pick whatever you want in there. You can just say, I want whey isolate by itself, no sweetener, no nothing, and it will give you, they will mix that for you and send it to your house. Awesome. Okay, and you can mix and match. This is great. You can use it as a morning post-workout smoothie. You can use it as a meal replacement. You can put it in a juice or a smoothie, which is awesome. And so going back to the Planet Fusion, Kanini, this one is especially for you. This would be great for you in a smoothie. Okay, so you can use it as a meal replacement. The next one is Sun Warrior Blend. You can actually buy this from Whole Foods. I know I've seen it at Walmart as well. I'm not sure if I've seen it in GNC or Vitamin Shop, but I don't know why they wouldn't be there. This is a raw vegan protein. Okay, it has it has pea, cranberry, hemp, seed, and this is about 19 grams of protein. Okay, and it also has iron, so this is great for ladies especially, and it has complete amino acid profile, and it also has coconut oil and MCT oil, which is great. It gives you the fat that I was talking about earlier. It's great to add in your smoothie. And then there are others that I have never heard before. These are, again, I got these from some of the people that I work with. There's J. Rob, and then there is About Time, Organic, or Orgrain Organic. Now I've seen it. You can find that in a Vitamin Shop as well as the GNC. I've also seen it in Walmart. It's a vegan pea powder, so there's another one for you. There's also Bob's Red Meal. You can find that in chocolate, which can be exciting for some people. And then there's Biochem. That one you can find in Whole Foods, I believe. It's a whey protein. You can find it in vanilla and chocolate. Okay, so I have a link that I actually wrote for everybody. So I'll go ahead and post that in the video as well, so you can click on it and actually read some of the things that I have mentioned. That way you can have it for your records as well. So let me go ahead and just sum everything up for you. The point of a protein powder is to give you essential amino acids that you do not receive already. Okay, so what you want to do is you're sort of like replacing, sort of like a replacement or a supplement to or what you're already doing. That's number one. Number two, you want something that doesn't have a lot of sugar, or at least no high fructose corn syrup. Okay. Number three, you want something that doesn't have a lot of fat, unless it's a vegan one, like the one that I went over with Plant Fusion. That one has avocado and coconut, so those are good fats for you. But you still want to be able to put your own fat in your own. So it's always good to find a protein that has less of a lot of other things and more of the protein. Okay, so you want to find a protein that has between 20 to 25 grams of protein per scoop or per serving, which is what you're looking for. And also you want to find a protein powder that doesn't have a lot of stuff you cannot pronounce. If you cannot pronounce it, 9 times out of 10 you should not put it in your body. Okay, so you want to have as less of stuff that you don't know and more of stuff that you do know. Remember that reading a product label, and this is one part I did forget to say, so let me go ahead and say it. Whenever you're reading the product, the nutritional label in the back, food labels in the back, you always want to remember that the ones on the top, the first things that they mention are the ones that we have more of in that product. So if it says whey protein, there is more of that than whatever comes at the end of that list. Okay, so if you can read things on that list, and you have about 10 to 12 things on that list, as it dwindles down, just make sure that they're things that you're okay with putting in your body. And always, please research. Do your own research. Find what works for you. For me, whey protein is some of the best protein powder for me, and it's not vegan. Okay, it's a dairy product, so I don't do a lot of dairy except using whey protein. For some people, they are opting to do no dairy at all. Hey, Terry Smith, thank you for joining. Some people don't want to do dairy, and that's why I mentioned a few others that are vegan and vegetarian and things like that. But again, do your own research, okay? Because it's important to do that, and understanding what works for you is the only thing that will help you continue to, maintain your health and actually make your health better if you're not in good health as of right now. But I hope I've answered all the questions. And I'm sure I've created new questions, which I'm very excited about. So hopefully you'll be able to write down your questions or type down your questions in the comments below. Share with me your thoughts. If you use a protein powder that I did not mention, go ahead and post it down in the comments and let me know why it's so good. And maybe somebody else can benefit from it as well. So Kanini, thank you so much for asking this question and continuing to ask it, because you've asked it for some time now. So I hope I was able to answer all the questions for you, and you'll be able to now make a better decision when picking out your protein powder. Until next time, thank you so much for everyone that joined today while I was live, and for everybody else that will watch. I'm hoping this video will be very helpful to you. And again, if you have any questions, please leave them in the comments below. I will be leaving the link below as well, so that when you want to go in and have your own your own point of reference, you can always click on that link and see what I was saying, and also be able to click on the links to find the protein powder that I was talking about as well. The one that I really like the most as far as custom blending is True Nutrition. It's actually quite fabulous. I love the fact that you can just go in and mix and match your own thing, or you can buy some that have already been made by them, but making your own custom blend is awesome. That means it gives you the power to be able to say what you can and cannot put in your own body, which is awesome. Until next time, I want to wish you a healthy day, a healthy week, and thank you again. Until next time, bye.